Have you ever wondered how to use, probably if you tilt your circuit board, making something go switch off or switch on? Well, we're gonna do exactly that same thing now over here. For this project, or for this circuit, you need a few jumper wires, an LED, a resistor for the LED, and the major component which you're going to use in this circuit is this guy here. So this is a tilt sensor. It is used with a mercury ball inside. So when you tilt it, do you hear the sound? So when you tilt it, the circuit will be complete, or something like that. So when it is like this, the circuit will be complete, and when you move it away, the ball goes that way, so now the circuit is incomplete. So that's how it works. So we are just going to connect all of them in series, as we would do for an LED. So first, I'm using this. It's a combination of a breadboard and an Arduino board. So I feel that this is pretty useful because you can have 5-volt power supply onto your circuit if you want to. This is pretty neat. You have breadboard and an Arduino, so you can easily program and then do all that kind of stuff. So let's go ahead and plug in the LED first onto the breadboard on any pin, any row of the breadboard. And you would have known how to connect a resistor if you had seen my last episode on Breadboard Basics Part 1 and Part 2. So it goes like that. You would want to connect that, or I would prefer plugging in that first so that one of the pins go to the LED's positive pin, and then you would want to connect the negative to the negative rail, and the other pin of the tilt sensor goes to positive voltage. So in that way our circuit is complete and we can plug in our 5 volts and ground from the Arduino. So you want to plug that onto the Arduino ground pin, and that one to the Arduino's 5-volt pin. So let me do that. And ground. Let me first see. That also okay. You can also do it with a 3.3-volt power supply if you want to, but anything's fine over here. So remember that if you want to power your battery supply, you're gonna do it onto the V-in pin. So that's the voltage in if you're not using the power jack or the USB board, the Arduino. So I'm gonna plug the V-in pin and one of the grounds. I would better do that over here so that I don't need to waste pins on the Arduino. So having done that, you'll see LED goes off, LED comes on, LED goes off, LED comes on, goes off. So that's how the circuit basically works. LED is still off, and when you keep it in a straight way, it turns on. So that's how this tilt sensor works. So let's try using another tilt sensor and check if we have any change. Please make a thought before this experiment what the result might be, so that you can check if the result is right. I would rather call that a hypothesis. What do you expect the experiment is gonna tell you or something. So let me connect that and that one. So that's it. Our circuit is complete. We have 2 tilt sensors plugged in. So okay, let me first say how I did that. So you're gonna take one end of the second tilt sensor to the unconnected pin of the first tilt sensor, and you're gonna connect the last pin of the second tilt sensor to VCC. So let me connect the voltage in here. Do not connect the positive voltage onto the breadboard because that goes to 5 volts on the Arduino, and that's not a good thing because the 5 volt does not have a voltage in regulator. It only has a voltage out regulator, so that may damage the board badly. So you would want to connect that to V in, or you could like take the V in pin onto the breadboard and then do that onto the breadboard over here, so that you can connect that over here, so that the circuit still turns on. So the same thing happens pretty much. Both of them are connected and they still act the same way, so you might see that. And so if you had the right answer for this, congratulations, you're a good electronic enthusiast. I would appreciate you if you try to make more LEDs work in the same way or something like that. This one could be used in other various applications, like when you want to have a quadcopter. When the quadcopter like tilts like that, you can know that you can connect an LED. So when the Arduino sees that the LED is off, it's gonna like make the motors run slowly or something like that. So this can be used in various ways. So you know what I'm saying. Try to buy the stuff and then experiment it, like what I'm doing right now. I did not see any schematic or any video about the tilt sensor. I just took the packaging out of my eBay box, put in the circuit, made it work using my basic knowledge. So try to do the same thing. See you in the next video.